Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is John from Emphatic coming to you with the latest Emphatic War recap. Sort of getting a little bit back to normal after a busy week. Um, just gonna go do a couple of farm wars. Well, they weren't even farm wars. We've been facing massive disadvantage all week with town hall weights, and actually some of these guys have had some pretty good bases. So let's see what we've got here. I don't even remember. Oh, this is maybe a 10 on. You know what? 10.5. You're stuck getting shown. So here's Mark, 1993. Guy that we're gonna have Warren for the Fury. It looks like. Holding down that line on the CWL. And he's primarily a bitch attacker, but here you see he's bringing the Lalo. And actually, it looks like he's doing like the farm Lalo. No, he's might have a quad Lalo. Or three hounds like standard. But as you see here, drops his King, Queen, boarding in. Bowlers to help. CC's Baby Dragon and Balloons. So Queen will dispatch the Baby Dragon and the Loons will all die to that. Do not think he's going to get this Inferno or a second AD. He could get a second AD out of this. But he already sends in his Lalo. So he doesn't wait for it. Sends in a wall of Loons. And that's something I've noticed with a lot of Town Hall 11 attacks is the Loons just end up being less surgical, more like initial Loons end up being more like a wall, so because they are so tanky they can survive quite a bit. You're not super worried about them. Drops a freeze on the Expo Inferno, so very high value freeze. And the Rage Loons get over there, take care of that Expo, then jump on the Inferno, so those two threats are gone. We still got an air defense and a wizard tower, and he's got all of his loons already deployed. And as you see here, they're going to have to work through a sweeper, no spell assistance. Pups are over by the sweeper, but I don't know if they'll get to the sweeper before they go down, because they're working on that king. So wizard tower is going to start working on them. Not a max wizard tower, so not a big deal. It's more the danger of the air defense and the archer towers. Meanwhile, some cleanup minions are coming in. Very important to remember those, especially when you're relying on loons to finish pulling it off. I've been using mass loonion for my farm raids, and it's just been times where I've barely, I triple bases all the time. It's just barely though. So yeah, all the loons are gone. So it's up to the minions and the pups to take this raid home, which they easily do. So that's why you bring in all those guys, because sometimes they pull the raid off. It's had it happen to me quite a bit. So I don't remember if these were the best bases or not. I don't even remember where we're at here with that guy didn't have an eagle. This one might not either. Nope. We're gonna take a look at Jammy's improved bitch. He's been doing it without the clone spell lately. Not exactly sure why, but we've been working hard on making sure that we get some good funneling going on for the attacks. As you see here, he's got them all on the outside working to chip their way in, so that the bowlers have less temptation to throw rocks at something over the backside of the wall, because what I've been noticing lately is some guys using a quake spell to allow the bowlers to reroute, because for some reason when there's a jump spell on there, they kind of want to walk along the wall and take out what's outside the wall first, and sometimes that can lead to your bowlers just walking around the base. It happened to me last night in a 10v10 attempt, though, so. But there you go. He's got his double jumps down, got the rages down. Or no, he's bringing 3 jumps. So he's got his rages in. Does not have a freeze for that Inferno, but well, we saw he already wasn't going to need one. It's just the troops get in there and they spread so much that it spreads out the DPS with the bowlers bouncing and all that. That as long as the queen and as long as at least the queen could take the second Inferno, you got a pretty good chance of taking the base. I mean, the big danger right now is that guy right there, and he's focused on a bowler, witches with their higher DPS take that out. And Queen's about to go down, but all that's left are just regular point defenses and the king. So skeletons are going to be far out ahead of that to tank. And we got a troll Tesla up there as well, so explains why the minion's not going on that yet. But here comes all the skeletons, and they're just going to take that right out. So nice hit to Rudax. He's been doing pretty good lately with these attacks. Whereas a lot of us been shifted over to Lalo. He's still keeping with the good old tried and true bitch. Braden had a 10v10, I think, in this war. I mean, yeah, okay, so they're not the best bases. Actually, this is both of these guys, these attacks, I laid down a perfect blueprint early in the war, and just small little tweaks to finish it up. Maybe I'll do a Death of a Town Hall 10, because I think I went fresh on mine. Yeah, I think the other one's going to be a Death of a Town Hall 10 style video, um, just to show the process and the small little tweaks that will bring it right home. Well, actually, no, I won't, because I forgot spells on that. I didn't pay attention to my spells on that one, so RM really just had to bring the right spells and he could take it. And here, this one I did the exact same, almost the exact same attack as Braden did. I just missed the air defense because my king decided to walk. I forget how he adjusted that, but and he's coming in from a slightly different angle with his Lalo too, like a little bit heavier on a side that I did not. But we both had just basically all rages, and then just a freeze for the multi-target Inferno. And as you see, he's covering a lot of base with rage. So the loons are coming from the top to make sure nobody backtracks. And he's got his third rage down. What other spells did he bring? Either way, since that air defense went down in the beginning, he's still got a Hound to tank the final air defense, which pops. And the pups are just coming in and crushing behind the loons as well, so he's getting engagement from all of his troops on this push to the defenses. And there we go. I think maybe he took out that Tesla that was right here. That's the big. I don't know. I don't remember. The queen never walked that way, but the king walked off to the side and stopped tanking. So I don't remember exactly what happened. By the way, good job to Braden. He's gotten a couple lately. In fact, in our last war, where it looks like they scour YouTube for bases and use them, so at least they had good bases, but they were 2-star attackers. You know, if Mass Loon couldn't get you, they were just dropping Valks on you. Alright, so this is another one. Basically same opener that I did. Looks like he's got more loons than I did, too. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, I didn't pay attention to my spells in this one, or else this is going to be triple. So Kane is down. Funnel's made. Wizard's coming down to help out with the rest of the funnel. Make sure the Keen stays inside. So that's one thing I didn't do either. Because we're hoping that the Inferno goes down to the kill squad. I don't think it does still. But there's less reason for the Keen to want to break out, and he goes to handle the Queen. Which is a big help. Because in mine, the Queen was left on her alone versus the other Queen. So, friendly Queen takes enemy Queen, takes cannon, takes gold storage, takes sweeper, or tries to take the sweeper, but that's all she got. So maybe some bowlers could have helped, but again, you got weak bowlers with no warden or no freeze help. They'd probably go down pretty quickly to level 3. So sends in the Lalo, breaks off the rain, so that way nobody decides that they're going to try to walk around or path around the other side of the base. And he's just got nothing but haste, and he really doesn't need anything more. There's not a lot of super cluster defenses, especially because the expos are all pointed to ground. But gets to that first section without a Hound popping. He's probably going to have at least 2 popping right now. So there goes the first one. Oh, second one still had pretty much good DPS. Oh, there we go. There he goes. He's got the third Hound. And that Hound's just going to tank for everything else. Still had a couple of balloons left for in the back end for cleanup and try to sneak into the back side of that Inferno, but everybody went and got it. And those loons will hopefully still be far enough away where they can path somewhere else. Oh, no, everybody's going to go path towards that Archer Queen altar. So, and that's just Death of the Town Hall 10. I mean, these guys both had similar attacks to go off of, and I think both Town Hall 10s were done in 2 hits, so we had plenty of time to play around with 11v11. Um, you know, little reward for everybody. Let's see what Nick does. There was a lot of .5s in here too, so I'll make sure I show those. This is a 10.7. I mean, it is a 9.11, whatever we're calling those. Yeah, it looks like he's just doing Penta Lalo on this base. So he's got 2 skeleton spells. I don't know. Maybe he's just establishing the funnel here. This might have been a Hound Loon CC. But here come the loons starting. Got 5 haste total and a rage for them. Oh no, it's a baby dragon in the CC. So the baby dragon should die to that poison spell. As long as he stays in there the entire time. And there he goes. Rage spell is down for the loons. Skeleton spell is on the town hall for the queen. And they're going to actually make sure that this stays a 2-star raid. Unless that expo takes them all out. Which does not look like it's going to, because it's a targeting error and the hound is right there next to it now. More haste. The final haste goes down. I know this one was close, but again, it's a Town Hall 11 in the range of Town Hall 9, so it's still a tough ass base to do. If I were this guy, I'd at least upgrade my air defenses. Think about doing the same stuff to my mini, just because. And actually, yeah, this one's very close, as you can see here. We're going to start working our way over. The minions all get taken out. Mortar takes out the skeletons, so there's less tanking there. And the minions and pups are still too much to handle for the Tesla, so good raid to Nick. Lord of the BBZ. I wonder if we're still in the 10.5s in this range. Nope, we're at 9s. So we got the jump spell down. Heroes and bowlers are going to go in. Baby Dragon's doing a good job making sure the bowlers don't find a reason to walk alongside that wall. Under Rage. Did we burn a heal yet? I don't think we burned a heal yet. I don't really need to. But look at everything just getting crushed in there. All the balloons are going to collapse on that top air defense here momentarily. They still got 2 more to go. The next hound is already coming in the next set of loons, going to the second air, the second AD. So heal spell down for the balloons and the hound. But he doesn't have any more hounds left, so that's going to ensure that at least one hound is strong enough to make it to the final AD. He doesn't have any other loons to deploy from the back end. As you see there, just dropping on the rest of it. Minions and pups are everywhere. And we're just going to take this out. I think I'm only going to show one more from this raid. I don't know the number. We're just going to drop and pick. We'll go with 21. Ellie. Yeah, we'll still watch it. Pretty spread out base. Especially because you guys will see plenty of these wars still in matchmaking. It's kind of nice. I mean, for a while there, it was almost like we're just running through the arena there. Nothing but top FPC clans where I think we had like 14 strong opponents in a row, and it was just brutal, including arranged opponents. Trying to do those wars on a weekday can be tough. Kind of nice to have a break every now and then. Even then, these wars aren't that easy because we have so many extra 11s versus us, and you'll see this in the next recap that I do, where we only had like 3 versus 7 11s. Good thing the guys were 2-star specialists, but and they actually went and grabbed bases from the internet. Look at all those bombs! Holy crap! All the bombs are in there, and we only lost like 2 hogs and the bomb tower. Wow! Look at that! She goes through all that and still swags a heal. Ellie is a monster. Good job, Ellie. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to show you from this war. You see we won against a disadvantage where there's a lot of .5s. I mean, we only had 2 true Town Hall 10s to hit, so... yeah, I think that's about all I'm going to do for this one. You guys take care. Thanks for watching.